So, did I just witness a classic? Did I just witness a classic on the playground? Danny Myers versus New Jerzey Twork? Maybe, maybe not. It's time to get your bars up. Let's go. What up, world? It's your boy BA for Real 100, and welcome to Get Your Bars Up Media. Salute, salute, salute. So we back up in this thing, and yes, URL just dropped the Danny Myers versus New Jerzey Twork. Now this battle was very, very dope. Do I consider it a classic? No, I don't consider it a classic. It was very, very fire, and it did have replay value. Now you're probably gonna hear a bunch of vloggers and everything go around and say that it's classic, but to each his own. To each his own. This was a fire battle, but not a classic. I wouldn't call it a classic though. Getting into that first round, Danny Myers goes first, and he starts the whole battle off with this fall off the roof for putting my hand on a square like Nutso, like when Nutso died. That was crazy. If you know above the rim, then you know what the young fella is talking about. Danny was black in that first round. I can't even front. He was definitely black in that first round. Had a bunch of different bars. I have my notes here. I was gonna read all of these bars, but no, y'all niggas gotta go watch this battle. With that being said, Danny had a phenomenal first. He was going in, and I like how he was talking to Twork, and with the janky mechanic, choke Twork like I caught my daughter dancing, like Danny, what was up with you? And I like what Danny was doing. He pressed Twork. It's like low key, he forced Twork to, he put pressure on Twork to make Twork take it to another level, which transitioning to Twork, I believe Twork went off this first round as well. Twork was talking this first round as well. It wasn't just him going, like trying to use that vocal projection to actually win. He was actually talking, especially with that Dan Driffer head and shoulders Dan Driffer. He got creative. Twork was creative with this round. Twork was very, very creative. With that being said, if I had to give somebody this first round, because he went off and he took a shot at Bada, y'all. He took a shot. Twork took a shot at Bada. Said, "Get off of my you know what." Yes, get off of my you know what. What are you talking about, Twork? With that being said, this first round is actually, man, I believe that it could be considered debatable, but the point system, I actually had Danny taking this round by 4 points, which means that this round was very, very close. But I still gave this first round to Danny, not taking anything away from Twork, but Twork was fire. He was fire. I'm not even gonna front. He was fire that first round. Actually, throughout this battle, Twork wasn't bad at all. He was actually pretty dope. But I got it 1-0 going into the second round. Danny my gosh. Danny once again, color changing, click, chameleon. What you know about that? You ain't from the H, Danny. What you know about them big swangers and bows? Sitting on them 24s. Yeah, that's the H-Town. That's the H-Town song. Y'all don't understand the color changing click, chameleon there, Paul Wall. Y'all don't know nothing about that. It's old school. But anyways, Danny went off, talked about how New Jerzey Twork left the Goonies to join NWX, and I like the coming for your baby blood adrenochrome. See, I try to dumb all like my content down for a lot of battle rap fans who don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, all of that shit. But that adrenochrome bar is crazy. If you don't know what adrenochrome is, go look that shit up and Google it. But with that being said, Danny had a fire second round as well. He picked off where he left off in the first. To me, that was one of those yikes. Like he had a yikes moment. My nigga was so crunk, he had to walk away and catch himself again. He had to gather himself. That's how fire Danny was this round. But transitioning into Twork, I like what Twork was talking about this round. I like his no scrubs bar. He tried to do a little rebuttal of what Danny Myers was talking about. I love the head and the chest, like a Power Ranger. I like the stroke victim, the left sock. I'm not gonna say any bars. Twork was talking, and to me, this was the closest round to me. This was the closest round. This is the most highly debatable round of the battle to me. And with that being said, I edged Danny Myers. Yeah, Twork, you was fire. You was fire. The shit that you were saying was cool. But I just feel like Danny punch count was much more accurate. It took you a little bit of filler to get to the next, from one bar to the next, where Danny was just totally just talking. With that being said, I had Danny winning by 2 points. I had Danny definitely edging the second round. I have a 2-0 going into the third, and I know that a lot of New Jersey Twork fans are like, I'm gonna click off of this video. This nigga, how this nigga get your bars up gonna say that? BA, what you talking about? What you talking about, BA? To each his own. Subjective. But with that being said, yeah, I got Danny Myers 2-0 going into the third. Third round, this is where I feel like this is where they could have possibly made it a classic, but I think that both let off the gas slightly, but they both were definitely fire. And I think that I like Danny Myers' rebuttal. Danny Myers' rebuttal game is crazy. He had 2 or 3 of them things in there where he was talking to Twork. Definitely. And I liked I just liked him. I just like Danny Myers more than Twork in his third, y'all. I'm not even gonna front. I know a lot of niggas is gonna be like, yo, what you talking about? You just a Twork hater. This, that. I don't hate Twork. I don't hate Twork at all. I think Twork is fire. And even though we just got disappointed with him in Swamp, you dig, which is the battle that happened after, Twork did well. His third round was dope. But once again, I believe the separation in this battle specifically was the punch count. And I felt like Danny just landed more to me this whole battle. Twork was fire and he was dope, but Danny just landed a lot more to me personally. Will I say gentleman's 30? Yes, that's what I believe that this was. I believe that this was a gentleman's 30. I think that Danny Myers won the third clearly, and I actually low-key think he won the first clearly as well. The second one was the debatable round as far as myself, as far as my point system and how it goes. But not to take anything away from both of these fellas, this was a very, very fire battle, and this is all from my first watch. I'm gonna have to definitely watch this back a few more times today, because I had to shut down the office, y'all. I had to shut down the office. I had to go in my little room, close the door, and put the come back later sign up. Definitely. That's how y'all not feeling me. Hopefully y'all got the Smack URL app. If y'all do not have that app, hopefully you holla at the Bull. Hopefully you holla at TBull if you try to see this back. Stop giving them too much information to me. But anyways, I got to get back to the J. This your boy BA for Real 100. This is Get Your Bars Up Media. If this is your first time here, click that subscribe button. You rock with me, I rock with you. And if you out there hating just because you think I'm a new guy and you just now stumbling upon my page and I've been doing this for a minute, then all I can truly say is thank you for coming. And get your bars up. Salute, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this battle. If y'all have seen it, if y'all haven't seen it, then get on that Smack app or holla at TBull. Yeah, TBull is the GOAT of battles that you can't see because you can't get it over here, you can't get over there. Holla at the Bull. But anyways, salute.